Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. I'm being joined once again by Mr. Bumpy Road Brews out of New Hampshire. And we're looking at a beer from a brewery that neither one of us have had a beer from yet. This is Little Willow Brewing Company. Now, they are out of Florence, Mass. But it's a contract brew beer because it says on the label that it's brewed under a special agreement in Oxford, Connecticut for Little Willow Brewing Company, which is in Florence, Mass. So a contract brew, which is okay.
Do you know any breweries in Oxford,
Massachusetts? Isn't that CE? Yeah, a few. And there's, I can't think of OEC.
OEC?
Right?
Would they do open fermentation?
I think so. Well, OEC stands for Oxford. Oh gosh, I don't know. You put me on the spot. But OEC is out of Oxford, and there's a couple other ones I've had.
Yeah.
I think some Evil Twin stuff is brewed under in Connecticut, contract brewed in Connecticut.
Okay.
Stratford maybe Connecticut, but anyway, it doesn't.
It's not 12%.
No, not 12%. Well, 12% LLC is.
They're out of Connecticut.
They're out of Connecticut too, but yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is Skater Girl. It's a double dry hopped double New England IPA clocking in at 8% ABV. It was canned on Smudge year. Actually, it says 1 dash and then it cuts off. So
2024.
I think it's January of 2024. But
this has to be a new brewery, right?
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah.
I'll post some information in the description below, a little bit more about the brewery, but this is the first time either one of us is having this brewery. I've never heard of it before. You've never heard of it before. Anyway, let's get into it. Really quick, it says on the label, Skater Girl is double dry hopped, double New England IPA, hopped with Michigan grown bergamot and citra. Or bergamot, right? Look for no.
Is that the Michigan hops?
Mm-hmm. Michigan grown.
Well, there was this whole thing, but
bergamot.
There was just Michigan hops. That was a big deal for some people.
Yeah, Michigan grown bergamot and citra. So citra and bergamot hops both
in Michigan.
All right, let's do this. Looks New Englandy.
Ooh. I always go the wrong way.
Top you off there. It's a good looking beer in the glass. Orange, not completely opaque. You can see some light through it.
It's a tight knit white head.
Yeah, kind of a creamy looking.
It doesn't look oxidized. It's not that like super orange brown that I've been seeing in so many beers lately.
It doesn't smell oxidized either.
It's milky, opaque.
I think the bergamot, however you say that those hops are creating more of a grassy, earthy component, and then you get that classic citrus, tangerine, grapefruit peel, like orange peel.
Yeah, it's very orange grapefruit like.
It smells really nice. I had a Fresca, that soda. It kind of has a little bit of like a Fresca, like a fresh citrus. Yeah. What you get from the Fresca. But anyway, it smells good.
I get a little bit of like a...
You getting a bready component? Like a malt?
Sweet peach, too.
You know what? Yeah, sweet peach or nectarine. Like some kind of stone fruit quality to it. It smells super fresh. It smells very delightful. It doesn't smell... I don't have the exact date, but we're assuming right around a month or so.
Do you get something that's kind of like vanilla, like lactosey?
I'm not getting that. Did you wash your hands with the girly soap in the bathroom when you...
Oh, shit. That's what it is. Oh, my God.
That's what it is there. So disregard that last note. I knew as soon as you said, like, the soap in the... Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
How do I smell now?
Very, very vanilla. It smells good. Let's just get into it. Cheers. Not super complex, but nice citrus and kind of stone fruit notes on the aroma. It's really refreshing and light for an 8%, right? It's not super. Sometimes you get these New England style IPAs, these juice bombs, and they're super thick and unfiltered and really heavy on all the fruit notes.
It's a lighter body. Like,
it is lighter body,
but it's still got that kind of creamy mouthfeel. Like carbonation on it, I think it's a bit below medium. It's like kind of a lighter, but still has some spritz to it.
Yeah, definitely. To me, it's a little bit more carbonation than the really heavy New England IPAs because they're so thick that you don't really detect the carbonation. This one being a little bit lighter bodied, it's a little bit more spritzy.
But it's like smaller bubbles.
Like almost like champagne effervescence. Yeah. I really like this. It's not, there's not a lot there. Citrus, maybe a little bit of that stone fruit type of feel to it. I'm not really getting grapefruit on the palate. Maybe more that was on the aroma. It's more like tangerine citrus, a little bit of stone fruit, a touch of breadiness in the middle, malt backbone. But it's so light bodied for 8%. This drinks like to me, this drinks almost
6.5.
like a session IPA, like compared to like the double, triple dry hopped, all these crazy hop flavors coming through, super complex and over the top. This one is very down to earth and simple, straightforward. I like it. Look at that. Look at the layered glass lacing and head retention. Really a nice beer.
It's well balanced across the board. You're getting the maltiness, you're getting a sweetness from the malt as well. There's the hop flavor notes. Mm-hmm. Nothing's overtaking anything though. It is kind of on its own plane. Mm-hmm. But just it's balanced.
Yeah, it's nicely balanced. It's not too heavy. It's probably one of the lightest double IPAs that I've ever had, or not ever, but recently that I've had as far as just body, mouthfeel, finish. It's not lingering. It's not too hoppy. It's not sweet and cloying. It's right in the middle of everything, and no tropical fruit with this one. When you say New England IPA, I think of pineapple, mango, tropical fruit.
There's mango in it.
I'm getting more stone fruit for me more than I would say more like peach or nectarine versus. You said mango. You're getting.
Mango and peach taste almost.
Yeah, I would lean more towards the peach side, but I mean.
If you've ever had it, because on Alice's Food Friday we did the mango and the peach, and it was like so similar. It was like, that's weird. Peach has more of a bite to it. Mango's a little bit on the sweeter side, but they were like kind of. It was weird how they were kind of similar.
And it's a nicely balanced beer for a newer brewery. Assuming this is a newer brewery, like I said, I'll post some information in the description below. But we both think this is a newer brewery because I've never even seen or heard of this brewery until about a week ago. I'm going to go with a 93. I think it's just getting into that. It's a pretty, solid A range, but it's not spectacular. But I will say the most impressive thing about this for me is that it's a double dry hopped, double IPA. So it's got a lot going on, but it still maintains a light, easy drinking body. So this would be a good double IPA to drink more than one of because it's not going to fill you up. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's juicy. But it's not too much of anything. It's really kind of balanced. It's right down the middle. Not too bitter, not too malty, not too sweet, not too anything. It's just kind of perfect for drinking, having a session, having 2 or 3 of these and call it a night.
And I'm kind of at like an 84.
Okay.
Out of 100. Which for me, on my scale, would on the 50-point scale, would put it at like a 42.
Okay.
Out of 50.
So you're kind of like a B. I'm kind of like on the
It kind of falls in there, like on that scale. There's a lot of beers. If you look at like the 5-point scale, like on Untapped, a ton. Like it's like the majority of beers fall in that 4.2, 4.25 range. They're very good beers. It's the majority of the beers that you're gonna drink.
Sometimes these beers are really hard for me to rate. Like I went 93, which is. Like 92 would have been A-, 93 is just kind of into that A range. I was thinking 88 initially, but I felt like it's better than I felt like if I gave it a B, that would be a disservice to the quality of this beer. I think they achieved exactly what they wanted to do with this beer. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that it's a nice change of pace from the double IPAs that I've been drinking. It's a little bit more refreshing, and not that an 8% beer is sessionable by any means, but I like the fact that it drinks like a much lighter beer, and you could have a couple, and I just kind of sold me on it. I like what they do with it.
It tastes great. It's less filling.
Yeah, it's the Miller Lite. It's the Miller Lite of double IPAs.
Yeah,
but it's a solid beer no matter what, right? We both agree it's a solid brew. I would recommend it. It wasn't expensive. I bought a single can just to try it out, and it was like $4. So on the cheaper side, because typically a double IPA, you're looking at $5-6 minimum for a can these days, especially if you get Treehouse.
So if you bought like a 4-pack of this, it'd probably be about $16.
Yeah, which nowadays, especially up in Massachusetts, maybe New Hampshire as well, like you're lucky to get a really good 4-pack of double IPAs for under $20. So I would say this is definitely a value.
Yeah, you find anything under like $20 now for a 4-pack, it's a screaming deal.
Yeah.
Especially if it's good.
Or it's total crap. But this is not total crap. This is a good beer. So Little Willow Brewing Company out of Florence, Massachusetts, assuming it's a contract brew because it says special agreement from a brewery in Oxford, Connecticut, which is not disclosed, but it's brewed in Oxford for Little Willow in Florence, Massachusetts. So a good beer, too excellent depending on how you look at it, but a solid beer. No matter what, no matter which way you slice it. Anyway, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Let's wrap it up, Bumpy says. So hope you're all having a great day, and we'll see you on the next beer review. Let us know what you think in the comments below if you've had this beer, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.